Hi, I'm Katerina. Welcome to my channel. My channel's called Create with Katerina, and I'm so happy that you're here. If this is your first time here, please go watch my journey video. That'll give you my story and what this channel is about and what I'm hoping to share with you and teach you and, connect with you on. In today's video, we're going to go through patterns from simplicity.com. I'm going to go and show you some of the patterns that I got and explain how the system works. But first of all, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And then if you could please subscribe to my channel, as that helps YouTube send it to more sewists and crafters and people who are interested in this topic. So I like to cover thrifting for fabrics, buying fabrics online in the store, journaling items, and then also teaching you how to sew different things and how to make things to sew. So here we go. We're going to start with this. So on Simplicity, if you go to simplicity.com, they always have sales. So if you go and they don't have a sale, just wait a few days and go back again, because they run sales every week on simplicity.com. Now, simplicity.com is the parent company that owns simplicity.com, also owns McCall's, Butterick, and a lot of other pattern makers. So when you go to simplicity.com to buy patterns, you will also be able to buy McCall's and Butterick, New Look, me, and a few other brands that they have there. So this last time I went to the website, I noticed that they had a 75% off sale. They also had gunny sacks patterns on sale for really good prices. And I was so tempted to get those gunny sacks patterns because Jessica Gunny Sacks is one of my favorite designers. She started back in the 70s, and I was living in San Francisco, and that's where she had her factory. That's where she made her garments and designed them. And I was one of her models. And so me and the other girls that modeled for her, we would do runways around San Francisco and the Bay Area. And she didn't have the money at the time, because she was a startup company, to pay us model fees. So she allowed us to pick the dresses that we wanted, and we got to keep the dresses that we modeled. So that was so much fun. I collected so many really cool Gunny Sacks dresses that I wish I still had today. In fact, in my first marriage, I did get married in one of my Gunny Sacks dresses. Anyway, so the other thing about simplicity.com is, the reason I didn't buy any Gunny Sacks patterns is because I just don't have the time to make the dresses. I want to so bad because they're so gorgeous, but I just don't have time. So what I typically do is I upcycle. So I start with a base of something else. So, you've seen the girls on TikTok where they take sweatshirts and they cut them apart and make new ones. I do that sort of thing. I also use denim and upcycle it. So if you saw my video, I just did a video on a jean jacket that I bought on Facebook Marketplace, and then I added vintage lace on it. And it's for sale in my Valia Designs Etsy shop. I also just did a video on I should have just grabbed it to come and show you, a pillow sham from Pioneer Woman that I got from Deseret Industries. And it's a thrift store here locally and I turned that into a tote bag. So there's a lot of things that you can do, and that's I start with kind of a base and build up from there. And not only am I upcycling and saving fabrics from the landfill or from just being thrown away or whatever it is, or turned into rags, which is what a lot of our textiles are from used stores go to rag making facilities. And so I'm putting it back in the waste stream so someone else can enjoy it. And then there's sometimes I will have really cool fabrics that I want to make tunics, kimonos, or dusters out of. So that's what I was looking, I really love the lagenlook designs. It's very popular. It's an entire lifestyle called lagenlook. And it's the very drapey fabrics that are not tight to your body. There's a lot of people, especially on the East Coast, who are really into the lagenlook. And it is something that doesn't go away. It's not a trend that's going to come and go, because they build their entire wardrobe based on this layering concept of lagenlook. And so these dresses are super flowy. The pants are the very balloony pants, you know, like that's popular anyway right now, you know, the bucket legs, things like that. It's a lot of layering. So you'll wear like a little camisole and then a top over that and then another top over that and things like that. So anyway, we're going to go through these patterns right now. And the other thing with simplicity.com is when you order $75 worth of patterns, your shipping is free. When you're paying $17 and $15 a pattern, it's pretty easy, quick to get up to 75. But I bought them all on sale, and almost all of my patterns in here were between $5 and $8. So I had to buy a lot more to reach the 75. But there were so many that I really wanted to get. So it took me about 2 days on going back and forth online. I just kept the window open and kept going back and scrolling and seeing what I wanted to get. So we're going to go ahead and go through these patterns. All right, so the first one was this one here. So this is another pattern. They're owned by the same parent company as Simplicity. It's called New Look. New Look patterns were $4.95. We're just going to round up and say $5. So every one of these New Look patterns that I'm going to show you were on sale for $5. So it's a really good price. Now this one I totally love. This one is what you can build a Lagenlook outfit with. So you see how the top is very flowy there. This can be used as a top, as a mini skirt. I'm a designer, so I know how to layer it. So I could actually bring it down lower to make it a maxi if I want it, using the same pattern. You can add the pockets to it. I just thought this was a very good pattern for the building on something else. The other thing that I do with my patterns is I don't use the whole pattern. I'll take parts of the pattern, combine them with my own designs or my own cutouts that I'm doing and just adding them. And it just makes the process faster if you like to design clothes. But let's say you like this, but you want it to be a little bit more coming out more, or you want it to have 2 ruffles down, a layer here and a layer here of the ruffles, and bring it up to the waist. So those are the kinds of things you can design on your own, and it makes it a lot faster when you have some templates to work with. This was another one, absolutely love. This goes along with that Lagenlook very much so. People love the sheers. What's in is the very sheers like this. Also lace, like see-through lace that is not lined. That looks really well like this. Denim, of course. A lot of different, but linen and cottons are super, super popular right now. And as we go into spring and summer, they're going to become really mainstream as far as what people are looking for in their clothing. I already have a couple of tunic and kimono patterns that I bought the last time Simplicity had a sale, but this one I really liked because of the tapering, and this curve here is a lot faster for me to get from a pattern that I can just use that curve instead of me using an arch and a ruler and everything to make that myself, even on both sides. So it's just like makes things a little quicker. But anyway, this is a great pattern. The other one, and that was from New Look too. Here's another New Look pattern. I absolutely love this. Would be so cool in 100% linen, in flax, or in 100% cotton. This is a beautiful look. And again, this goes with the Lagenlook along with the pants. These pants don't have zippers. They're just the elastic pants. But this is the kind of style that's very popular in the Lagenlook lifestyle. And then this one especially. Now this one is a Simplicity pattern. So this was like $16, but it was on sale. I think I paid $8 or $9 for it. And this is true Lagenlook look. So I'm thinking not just to use this look and style and feel in my designs for Lagenlook and in my Valia studios, but also in my Everfey designs. So I have a studio called Valia Studios, and that's my main company. And then I have some departments underneath it. And one of those is the FAIRYCORE, gothy, whimsy goth, bookish kind of niche. And these would look so good in your vamp, your gothic, your in blacks, these would just look so perfect in those, you know. Then you'd use keywords to sell them, like vampire, actually it's just vamp for short, witchy, things like that. And I just think it's really, really a great pattern. And then let's see for the new looks. Let's go through those. That was in Simplicity. That's okay. We can do the Simplicity ones. And so then I got, the other thing about the new looks. Okay, I'll show you this one here. This is so cute too. Again, this goes along with that really loose fitting lagenlook branding looking like. This is so pretty with where the back goes lower than the front. Again, the pants with the flares, and they're shorter cropped. These new look patterns come all in the sizes that you need. So it's like this one is, all of the sizes are there from 6 to 20 usually. So that's why another reason I like these patterns is you don't have to buy 2 patterns, because when you're making clothes, sometimes a pattern will have some of what you need in a size 10, and then you want to do a 14 and that it doesn't go up that high. So then you have to buy 2 patterns, which is exactly what I had to do with this simplicity pattern. So this one stopped. This one was 6, 8, 10, and 12. And then the 14, 16, 18, and 20 was in a different. So I had to get them both because sometimes you will have a shoulder that your arm sleeves will be a size 14, and the way, so there's just, if you want to customize things. But I got these in case I don't know which one's going to be more popular when I'm doing all of the sweatshirts that we're doing and the cardigans, where we're using patchwork and quilts and everything to make them, and using other t-shirts and stuff to upcycle them. So I'm not sure what size is going to be the most popular. So I'm going to make one in the largest size of the small, and then one in the middle of the larger sizes. So here's another new look one, which was also really cute. I was thinking about this I like this mock turtleneck right there, that collar right there. And it's a lot easier if I have a piece to cut that with. I could just use another sweatshirt and cut it out. But what I do typically when I'm building, I'm going to use these from patterns, and then these main pieces here are on a cardboard template so that I can lay out the design and see the design. And so that's what I got that one for. This one is so cute. This one here is a new look pattern. And again, these tops are super popular right now, and going into spring and summer, these are going to be very much popular. Then I got this McCall's one, and because I just had to get a vintage one, right? Since Valia Studio has a lot of vintage items and we do a lot of vintage clothing, I think these bell bottoms are just amazing. And I just wanted to get some of those because I do have some beautiful fabrics that will look really, really good in. And then the last one I got was from McCall's too, and that one is this one here. I just think this is very cute. You can do long or short. And again, it's that the pants are very lagenlook. Top, not so much, but that's okay. The top is still super cute and very popular style. But these pants are very much the lagenlook kind of style for designing and everything. So that was it. So let's see, how many did we get? Oh, there was something else. I missed something here. Okay, yeah, I missed some. So I also got one of these. Even though I take my sweatshirts and cut them open and create their own patterns, I still wanted to get one of these because there was a reason. I think it was because of the neck too. I don't think I have that neck. And then sometimes when you're using them, the sleeves that you're cutting off of one are kind of too worn. And so this one will give me a nice way to create a new one. And then I also got a zipper. I wanted one with a hoodie. So that's why I got this one here. So I don't think I have any hoodies that I can cut apart right now. They're all up for sale, but I haven't found one that is the size that I want or the thickness that I want. So I figured if I had a pattern, I can work from that along with everything else. So I think that's it now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 patterns for $75. That's like a super good deal. 13 patterns for $75. That's better than pretty much buying them at like the Goodwill or your thrift stores. Anyway, so check it out. Go to simplicity.com and check them out. And just remember, if they're not having a sale on the day that you're going there, wait a few days. Every week, I think it's every other week, they run like a really big sale. So make sure you go there and remember they have all the pattern brands that you're looking for right there. So thanks so much for watching. Please leave me a comment below which one of these patterns was your favorite, and let me know what patterns you use and what you sew with them. Thank you so much for watching.